a ring of a fresh record high on the markets right now. So Sensex had already surged past that 1,000-point gain mark, and now it's a Nifty which continues to build on gains and those firecrackers up for you on the screen. Because if you're a bull, you're mighty excited and happy right now with the kind of big momentum that we have seen. And the most interesting bit is all of this has happened in the last 50 minutes or so. It's from 2 p.m. onwards that we started seeing the big surge on the markets, and from there we have just continued to build on momentum. Almost a 500-point rally when it comes to the frontline index. Bank Nifty has managed to gain 600 points almost, so clearly doing quite well for the markets right now, and that's clearly the biggest talking point right now in the markets with the kind of big momentum that we are seeing. Hindalco, that's up 5% almost. Bharti Airtel is seeing a gain of almost 4.5%. NTPC is not far behind. You also have Shriram Finance, ONGC, and none of the stocks of the Nifty 50 are in the red. It's all, the frontline index being in the green right now. Even from the banking index, SBI has finally managed to break out of the weakness. At the start of the week, we were discussing how that stock has been a bit on the back foot. A couple of brokerage cuts have come through, but today SBI is clearly powering ahead with that 2% move. Kotak Mahindra Bank, Nuresh has been flagging out. IndusInd Bank, IDFC Bank, Bank of Baroda, some of the other names. Kunal, what's your sense? I mean, the 3 p.m. move, we wait for the monthly expiry, but today is just the weekly expiry, and that 3 p.m. move has happened even ahead of 3 p.m. It was the 2 p.m. move today.
Yeah, it was a 2 p.m. move. But again, I think, the major part of the chunk of this rally is led by the banking index. There is also evidence of short covering in the metal counters because, we've seen many of the metal stocks, the likes of Vedanta, JSW Steel, JSPL, Hindalco, these stocks have shown signs of very good intraday recovery, which means that what we are now looking at is a combination. So, the FMCG, pharma stocks, they've been moving up higher on the back of long built-up formations, and the underperforming sectors, metals, banking to a larger extent, and the individual sectors like CPSC, etc. These stocks or these sectors had a lot of shorts built up in them. So now we could be looking at a second round of these indices going through a short covering wave. That I believe could probably be another positive for the overall market sentiment. So expecting a short covering move for these underperforming sectors. Even the PSU banking names which you highlighted, SBI, Bank of Baroda, etc. Even these stocks had underperformed significantly in the last 2 to 3 months. So there could be an ample amount of short covering in these spaces as well.
Okay, short covering. That means perhaps this move can get a further leg up from where we are as well. But Sandeep, if you had to look for pockets of opportunities and something that you're watching out for, does autos come to mind? Any name from the consumption pack? What apart from NBFCs would you want to take a bet on right now?
Defensive sectors should continue to do better because at the current valuations, I think on the consumption side. So the problem is that the rally has been so wide and extended for many of the stocks which we hold also, that it's tough to make a case for fresh buy. But I think the consumption basket or auto four-wheelers like M&M, Maruti, etc. on weakness, all these companies still have a strong long-term outlook.
Bharti Airtel, do you look at this one closely? Would you be a buyer?
Yeah, Bharti Airtel is one of the top holding in our large cap portfolios. We've been holding it since 400. There's nothing negative in that. So we continue to hold. So there's no reason for us to sell because the fundamentals of the business continue to improve, cash flows continue to improve, and as per the projection of some analysts, given the cash flows they are generating in a few years, they could actually end up being debt free also.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.